Well, your drawer is short $14. Oh! $14? Now listen, I know I can mess up a cute number here and there, but I'm not $14 slow. What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl Janiaaaliyah, and I am back with another video. If it's your first time here, hi, welcome. Whatever you see, but y'all already know. Only my subscribers can sit down. So if you're trying to get you a seat, then go ahead and smack that subscribe button down below, and hurry up, cause I got a story to tell. Okay, great. So, as y'all can see, I'm in the car again. I don't know, I just feel like on sunny days, I kind of enjoy, you know, sitting, chilling in the car. Because, I mean, you know, it is warm outside, but I'd rather, you know, be kind of warm in the car with a little bit of AC than, you know, burning up in the sun. It's cool or whatever, but still. But anyways, y'all saw the thumbnail, y'all saw the title, so y'all probably already know what this video is gonna entail. So with that being said, let's get into it. For those of y'all who have seen some of my previous story times, then y'all know how working at Popeyes kind of was for me, how that experience kind of went down for me. But y'all only know a little bit of the story, okay? That job was crazy from the first day. Matter of fact, before the first day, let me tell y'all how I got the job, okay? Let me tell y'all how I got the job. So first of all, what had happened is I think, you know, well, first off, one thing about me is, no, I am not a quitter. But one thing I will do is quit a job. Because let me tell y'all something, like literally, not only will I quit a job, but I will let all my co-workers at the job know I'm quitting, and let them know that life is too short. And y'all need to do the same. We need to get out here and party. Grown people can still have. Yeah, too much. But yes, I will quit me a job. Especially, I think I quit one of my jobs one time because one, they had me up in there all day, wasn't paying me enough. They was expecting me to touch pork and all these kinds of meat. I couldn't use my phone. I barely got a break. My discount on food was 5%, literally a 5% discount. They charged $2 for cookies. What else? They had cameras with audio, so they'd be watching us and hearing us talk. Yes, I told the lady she looked like Shrek, but I didn't tell her that to her face. I told another co-worker that she looked like Fiona off of Shrek. Fiona was beautiful, and you don't even know if I meant Fiona the ogre or Fiona the princess. So that's on you. She did though. But anyways, yes, so I will quit a job for a number of reasons. But I feel like the number one reason is, you know, if I don't feel like the job deserves me, I'm gonna go. And the sad truth, the sad reality is, none of these jobs deserve me. They don't. They just don't. And that's as simple as I can get. That's as simple as I can get. And you know what? These jobs don't deserve you either. Because let me tell you something. I think I started dawning on this when I'm going to get to the story eventually. But I started dawning on this when I was contemplating quitting a job with the manager. You know, Fiona the manager, yes. But because I think that was around the time Kobe Bryant died. And it was just occurring to me, you know, how short or long, you never really know, life is. And I was like, you know what, that is so crazy, because we really be here all day. We be like here literally all day when we could be out having fun, spending time with the people we love, and you know, just doing things we want to do. But instead, I'm up in here making Caribbean jerk raps for y'all people who don't even say how are you when you walk up to the counter. And so with that being said, I think it began to occur to me that, first of all, this is a part-time job, meaning like they don't even know you like that. And second of all, if I was to die today, Y'all wouldn't send me flowers. Well, y'all can't send me flowers. I'm being a casket. But y'all wouldn't send my family flowers. What else? Y'all probably wouldn't even say nothing. But one thing they will do is cover your shift. That's what they would do. And so I think when I came to that reality, I was like, girl, I'd rather be broke. And that's exactly what I became. I became broke. And I still am. Sorry, that's too much. Okay. But anyways, I mean, you know, I guess if you can have, you know, fun at your job, and, you know, you have a good time and you enjoy making money and, you know, like whatever, okay, good for you. But yes, y'all, so Miss Jania here, Miss Janiaaaliyah will quit a job, and I done quit every last one of them. Don't tell nobody. This is between me and you. But yes, that's how I am. And so basically, like, I would have different excuses for quitting jobs, okay? So I think my first job was at Wendy's. And so I worked at Wendy's for a good little minute. It was pretty fun. But I think one time my manager took my phone because the drive-thru was empty. And then I think I ended up, like, I almost burnt the bacon. And so she was like, girl, give me the phone. I was like, okay, yeah. So I gave her my phone. But she used to let me get free fofos. She used to let me get free Junior Frosties if I was hungry. Like, it was just, you know, like, it was cool. I had benefits, girl. I had benefits. So, yeah. But with that job, they just took up too much of my time. Like, I would work sometimes 5 to 11, sometimes 5 to 9, literally Sundays, Saturdays. And I'm like, dang, like, I'm a teenager. Can I not go party? Like, who says I have to be at work? My dad. But why? Why? Everything is not work. Don't stop. Like, no, I'm gonna stop working. And so I think I was doing that job until probably like around the time school started back. So I started the job probably from like March through July, right? Or matter of fact, like February, March through July. And so I worked around those times, and sometimes like she would work around my schedule sometimes, but I don't have time, because one thing about me is that if you working, say for example you working and you want to go on vacation with your family, right? But then they be like, oh well, you need to work this day. One thing is, okay, I understand on the schedule it say I work that day, but the truth of the matter is Chris Brown. Okay, but the truth of the matter is, I was just letting you know ahead of time. I'm still gonna go. I was not asking you if I could go. I was telling you that I was going to go. Y'all don't pay me enough for this. I'm gonna go fishing. You do what you do, but I'ma head out. I'ma go. I'ma head out. So that was one thing. I didn't like missing out on life experiences because I'm over here dropping fries and making Junior Frosties. But anyways, so I think I was working that job over summer, and then I played volleyball, or I used to. I miss it so much. But I played volleyball, and so volleyball season came up, and I just knew, like, girl, I gotta go to practice. I ain't even gonna lie to you, I can't make it up here. So I quit the job, and I was so happy. I had never been so happy to play volleyball before. I was so happy though. So yeah, that was that. Quit that job. And so this is typically how my schedules will work out. Volleyball, then after volleyball season will be basketball season, and I was the manager for basketball season, so I'm busy. Then after basketball season, I typically would not do anything. And so once I realized my dad just did not like the fact that, you know, just didn't like the fact that I was at peace. Just didn't like the fact that I had free time. He would make sure, like, okay, go get a job. Now, he would never tell me, oh, don't play sports, go get a job. No, like, I don't know, I guess he just didn't like me, you know, doing nothing. Like, oh, why can't I just chill? You know, that's okay, right? Chilling. People do it all the time. And so when that dawned on me, I was like, oh no, because if I don't do nothing, my daddy gonna make me get a job. So I was contemplating playing soccer. My dad never let me play soccer. Like, oh my goodness, y'all. I really had a deep love for soccer, and I wish I was able to play. But now it's a little too late. Or is it? I don't know. But I didn't play soccer because I was out of shape. So I went to tennis, and girl, out of shape for soccer. So yeah, I started playing tennis, and to this day I love tennis. That was my first time ever playing it, and I had so much fun. And so now that way I was booked up all 3 seasons. So August to mid-October volleyball, November to almost, like, if we do good, March, but if not so good, February. And literally February to about April, tennis. So I was booked and busy. So with that being said, at least I didn't have to, work during that time. But during the summer, I would still need something to do. So now, mind you, I said being broke was okay, but I was just playing. So don't take me too serious, because, honey, I can't be out here broke. No. So I was applying for jobs, like, looking towards the summer. Then I did also have an internship at some point during all that time. But yeah. So I think about a good amount of time went by between me quitting my last job and me getting back into applications for new ones. And my thing was, and I still believe this, I want to work at the job I want to work at, that I'm going to have fun at. But then my dad was all like, oh, well, you'll see when you get older. Oh, that ain't how it work. Basically, like, you can't just pick and choose where you're gonna work. And I'm like, okay, well, if I'm the one filling out an application, choosing what job to apply for, then technically I can pick and choose which jobs I want to apply for. I just can't pick and choose which jobs I'm gonna get. Which maybe that's what he was saying. I don't know, child, but I was just like, oh, I don't like that energy. I don't like that. And so I think one day I had went to my dad's shop or whatever, and I went to go see him, and like we was talking or whatever, and I try to keep the convo short and simple, because I don't need you to ask about no job, none of that. You can ask me about my grades good. You can ask me about my hair. You can ask me about my dogs. You can ask me about what I just watched on Netflix, all them shows. But don't ask me about no job. Why you want to talk about that? Why you want to talk about work? Why is it always work? Like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't. So that's when he asked me. He was like, yeah, so you been applying for jobs? And I'm like, what? Yeah, I have. Ain't nobody hit me back, though. I don't know what it is. But nobody's hitting me back. Nope. Nobody's responding. I'm gonna keep applying, though. So that's when he like, oh, well, keep applying. I'm like, all right, I'll see ya. All right, now you be safe. So I go home, and maybe like, I think that night, my dad, camera getting high, y'all, we gotta change angles. Dad texts me, he's like, hey, guess what? Confetti, clap, clap. Like, he sent emojis like that. So he's like, confetti, clap, clap. And so I'm looking like, what? And so he like, I found you a job. You got an interview on Monday. I'm like, a job? An interview? And so I'm looking like, oh, I didn't ask you to do that. I did not ask you to do that. Why you do that? And so I'm like, oh, okay, where? And so he like, yeah, so-and-so, the manager at the Popeyes down there. And so, she talked to the manager at the Popeyes about you. And she said she gonna be there for your interview on Monday. And so I'm like, oh, you talked to her? Monday, okay, all right, Monday, what time? And he's like, Monday, as soon as you get out of school, just go straight there. She'll be waiting on you. And I'm like, right after school, I'm failing biology. I gotta go to tutoring. But no, so I went to Popeyes right after school, y'all. And so I get there, and mind you, I don't know what it is, but all my life I have not been no girly girl. Like, you know, I get down and I get dirty. Not no more. But like, I don't know, but I think people always perceive me that way. Like, I'm really not a bougie person. I'm definitely not stuck up, but like, I don't know why people always perceive me as like bougie or high maintenance. Like, and I'm like, maybe, I don't know what it is. My family always try to act like I'm bougie. I'm not. A little bit, but I'm not. So I walk up in there. I had on this leather jacket, some jeans, and a little bodysuit or whatever, because I done had interviews before, and I can do a video on how to get jobs, because I did end up getting a good job in high school later on down the line. And I know that's not what you wear to an interview, so don't do that. So yes, I wore some ripped jeans, a bodysuit, and a leather jacket. Why? Because I wanted to bomb that interview. I didn't want to get that job. But little did I know, it wasn't even no interview. I already had a job, girl. I already had a job. That was my daddy friend. I already had a job. So my attempt to get in there and fail. So I walk up in there, and you know, the manager, whatever, she there. And so I think she started talking like, oh my god, you guys so big. Oh my goodness, like, you done grown up. You know how they do. I used to change your diapers, all that stuff. And I'm like, ugh. And I think she probably asked me a few questions, nothing really. And next thing you know, she's telling me, okay, well, this what you gonna need. You're gonna go get you some Slipknot shoes. You're gonna go get you some khakis, a black belt, and then Shaniqua gonna give you a uniform. Okay, she gonna give you a uniform. Oh, them nails. Now you gotta take them nails off. Them lashes, yeah, you pretty, but you gotta take them lashes off. Get that nose ring, yeah. That ain't gonna work. That nose ring, that ain't gonna work. Your daddy let you get that? And I'm looking like, at this point, I'm just looking like, oh. So that's what she like, okay, well, your daddy said you can start on Monday, so you gonna come back on Monday? And I'm like, no. Why you say, like, I'm not even ready? Like, I'm not ready. It's probably Friday. This man talking about some start Monday. When I got my first job at Wendy's, I didn't start till like a week later. Like, I'm like, can I have some time? Can I have time? Just a little bit. Just some time. So that's when I say, oh well, no, like, I can't start Monday. Like, can I start like Wednesday or something? She's like, ooh, I don't know about that. Your daddy said you was gonna be ready to start on Monday. You may need to call him. And I'm looking like, you interviewing me, or you interviewing that man? Who are you interviewing? Because why I gotta call him? He not finna clock in, clock out. I'm finna clock in, clock out. So with that being said, what I say goes. I'm gonna call him now. So I'm like, hello, hey, yeah, I made my interview. Yep, the one she here. Yep, she said hey. And so I'm like, yeah, she just wanted me to call you because I was telling her that I can't start on Monday, like maybe like Wednesday. Next thing you know, I tell him this. He like, what? Why you can't start on Monday? Who said you can't start on Monday? What you can't start on Monday for? I'm like, because he's like, no, I told you gonna start on Monday, so you gonna start on Monday. The Popeyes is right down there by the school. You go to school, and you go straight there. I'm like, well, I don't even have time to get the khakis, the shoes. He's like, no, okay, yeah, I can send you the money for the khakis and the shoes right now. You go ahead, head down to Walmart, pick up the shoes, pick up the khakis, then you should see you on Monday. I'm like, why? Like, what's that? He's like, okay. Now at this point, I'm like, ooh, I'm finna hang up on this man. And she like, no, why? No, ain't good. So I'm at this point, I feel like I'm being double teamed because this lady talking about she gonna whoop me if I hang up the phone. She didn't really say she was gonna whoop me. She was looking like, don't you hang up that phone, that's your daddy. And I'm like, you know when you get it cussed out on the phone and you just, okay. He was like, okay, do what you want, bye. Then he hung up. And so I'm like, okay, he said, well, I see you on Wednesday, ma'am. Okay, Tuesday you said? Okay, I see you on Tuesday. Yeah, yeah. Alright, you be safe now. So, yes, that was the agreement. I was gonna show up Tuesday, whatever, right? Now, mind you, she was not even the manager of the location. I think she was just doing checkups down there and knew that my daddy wanted me to work over there, so she pulled some strings. And I'm thankful. Yeah. Finally, Tuesday come out and got my khakis. I got my, I had came first to pick up the uniform, so I had the uniform because I picked it up like a day or two before. And, the shoes, I was like, man, this Popeyes. I don't need no Slipknot shoes. What I'm finna slip on? Chicken grease? Yeah, no, I almost slipped for real. But yeah, so y'all already seen a story time where basically what happened was I came up in there in my Air Maxes and literally almost slipped. Literally, there was chicken juice seeping through my shoe. So when I got there, the actual manager ended up like letting me leave to go to Walmart and buy the real shoes I needed and then come back. So I came back and she put me on cashier, which I was happy because I'm like, I'm not gonna drop no chicken. Y'all not finna make me sweat out my wig packing that chicken. Like, no, I don't want to do that. So she put me on cashier. I didn't tell her all that, but I didn't want to be there. So I get on cashier. Now, mind you, I don't know what it is about me, but as y'all can see, I'm a beautiful chocolate dark-skinned woman, right? I don't know what it is, but for some reason, people always try to tell me I resemble like another dark-skinned female they know. And only a few times has it actually been true. Like this one time I was at a photo booth and this guy was like, oh my goodness, you look exactly like my daughter. Like she's probably gonna look like you when she gets older. And I'm like, oh wow. And he was telling my mama that. And so I'm like, oh wow. So I want to go take pictures. And he showed my mama the picture. And why that little girl look just like me? My daddy got some explaining to do. Because why that little girl look just like me? So in that instance, she looked like me. And so then people would literally, like when I was working at Popeyes, apparently people thought me and my manager resembled each other. And I'm not gonna lie, now I see it, now we kind of do. Because she was pretty too, girl. She was, yeah. And so they would say we resembled each other. And I'm like, Like literally this one time, a manager from another Popeye came over there. He was like, oh my goodness, Shaniqua, this your little sister. Y'all look. And Shaniqua just like, and I know she wasn't mad because but yes, back on track. So I'm working my first day. I'm learning how to do all the buttons and whatnot. And at Popeyes, okay, so at Wendy's we had this I think we had, what did we have at Wendy's? Okay, yes, I think at Wendy's they had like card swipes for the manager. Or was it codes? I don't know. It was something. But when I got to Popeyes, we had like, it was like a scanner to scan your fingerprint. So you can, put your finger on there and scan your finger, right? And so like anytime we needed to take something off an order, change something, give a refund, we had to yell to the manager like, I need a finger, so they can come up there and scan it to give us clearance, right? So when another employee came to get their employee meal, we had to get a manager a verification so they can get that discount, right? Now, mind y'all, this Popeyes was probably about, like where I lived at, there was another Popeyes like in the next city, but so there was one this way, but this way it was probably about 2 or 3 cities without a Popeyes, which means everybody from this city, sometimes that city, when it get a little too packed, and then those 2 cities over there will all come to this one Popeyes. So this Popeyes literally always busy. And this is pre-chicken sandwich. We had the chicken sandwich at that time, but this is pre-viral sensation. So it wasn't viral at the time, so it wasn't too crazy, but it was still packed, right? So I think we would get busy, and the managers, like when we asking for fingers here and there, will literally just start ignoring us. They'll start ignoring us. So I'm up here on my first day, barely knowing what I'm doing. I'm just smiling and keeping it cute, keeping it classy. And so this employee, like, I think I had just like took her spot. So she clocked out, I clocked in, right? And so she was trying to get her employee meal. So, girl, she was getting, I think she had got like a 8 or 16 piece, apple pie, the Mardi Gras cheesecake, all of, let me get some fried Oreos. She was getting all of it. I'm like, girl, it's only 4 o'clock. It's only 4 o'clock. And so she was getting all of that. So I rang her up, whatever, and that's when I'm like, okay, hold on, I need to get a finger. So I'm like, okay, I need a finger. Somebody give me a finger, please, please, please. So they was ignoring me. And at this point, I'm just sitting here waiting. I'm waiting. Because, I mean, what can I do? I don't know their code. If I even did know their code, I'm not supposed to put it in. So what can I do? So that's when they say no. A couple minutes go by, and now the line is getting ready to start building up. So the employee, she's like, okay, hold on. So she literally kind of turns the monitor, types in the manager code, gets her discount, and goes, right? That was that. And so I'm like, okay, well, you know, I guess she paid probably like $6 or something. $6. And the meal itself was probably about $20, right? Keep those numbers in mind. So the end of the day comes, and at the end of the day, you know, you're supposed to count up your drawer. So I counted up my drawer. Matter of fact, I don't think at that time I knew how to count up my drawer. So the manager counted up my drawer as I was cleaning up. And, you know, she called me back there. She's like, Jania, she was like, yeah, so did you, like, mess up any orders or give any refunds or anything today? And I'm like, no. She's like, And I'm like, what happened? I'm like, what happened? And she's like, well, your drawer is short $14. Oh! $14. Now listen, I know I can mess up a cute number here and there, but I'm not $14 slow. I know that. I may be like $3 to $5 slow, but I am not $14 slow. Like, that is just not who I am. So at this point, I'm looking like, ooh, what did I do? I'm gonna get fired. Like, they gonna think I'm a thief. What I'm gonna, ooh. So at this point, I go back to the front, and I'm just sweeping, still cleaning up. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, what could have possibly, like, who did I forget to ring up? What could have possibly made me $14 short? Like, what is going on? And that's when I remembered. I'm like, that girl meal. Yeah, that girl meal. And so now, mind you, I believe when they get the meal, like, when that employee gets the meal, they get their receipt. They supposed to sign their receipt, right? Now, I printed her receipt and put it exactly where it belonged, but I can't remember if she signed it or not. So that's when I go back to my manager, and I'm like, oh, I think I know what it was. She's like, what? And I'm like, Mary had me ring her up for an order earlier, and nobody was coming to give me a finger, and so she just turned the monitor and typed in some code and then paid for her order and left. And that's when I'm like, yeah, I put the receipt in the bin though, so it should be there. So she go pull up the receipt, and she like, oh, that's crazy. That was it. And that's when she was like, so you said Mary typed in the code? And I'm like, yeah. She was like, did you see what code it was? I'm like, no, but she typed it in. I think it was a manager code, like, because we need a finger. She was like, yeah, she's not supposed to do that, but okay, I see it now. And I was just looking like, Mary just tried to get over on me. On my first day, that girl done tried to set me up, had my drawer $14 short, then she just left. With a 16 piece. Just left. So at this point, I know not to trust Mary. Not Mary. So at this point, I get back to work. I'm giving Mary the side out because, girl, I can't trust you. I sure can't. No, you can't be trusted. And so, yeah, like, that was I think they ended up talking to Mary or whatever. And Mary be trying to be my friend, call me nicknames. So I'm like, no, you can, like, no. Do not call me, no, you call me Jania. You might just have to call me Miss Jania. Some might as well call me, like, girl, not you, not Miss Ma'am, nope. But yeah, y'all, this lady, like, literally tried to get me. She tried to run one on me. She actually did run one by me. She actually did. On my first day. But anyways, y'all, I think it's about time for me to get out this call. But anyways, y'all, so that was all for the story today. Let me know down below if y'all enjoyed the story. Let me know down below if y'all have any more story times that y'all, I don't know, that y'all want to hear from me, or any videos in general. But you already know, smack the subscribe button down below, and I will see y'all on my next video.